It is hot, hot, hot here in Phoenix, Arizona. 110 degrees, but you wouldn't know it from Fatality Field as we've got a packed house tonight to restart an old rivalry. The Arizona Scorpions taking on the Vancouver Legion. Hello everybody, Ethan Muslin here alongside my partner Alden Bleeker. We've got ourselves a really good game here tonight, Alden. We've been looking at both of these squads, looking at their matchups against one another, and we are looking at a pretty even contest between both these squads.
Yeah, a hot game between these two teams, dare we say. Both of these teams have faced each other 4 times in the past, exactly even 2-2, and very similar margins of victory. Arizona boasting 12 and 24-point wins, while Vancouver boasting 14 and 28-point wins. It's a very even matchup historically, and we're looking at potentially a very even matchup today again.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. This is the first time these teams have met in nearly 2 years. Last time they faced off was September 11th, 2021 in season 17. Arizona came away with the win there, 19-7 in Vancouver. So this is going to be the series breaker for this matchup, but it should be a good one. Vancouver to get the ball to start things off in this broadcast of the SFL, presented by APM Music. Aerial coverage of today's game provided by Dags Droneworks, aerial photography and videography services for real estate, events, marketing, and more. You can learn more at Dags, D-A-G-G-S, droneworks.com. This ball taken about a couple of yards inside the goal line. It's going to be returned up the middle, up to about the 30-yard line. It will be the 30. Nice return there from Timothy Musum King, the rookie from Lincoln, who came into the Vancouver squad. And then we'll see Christian Brown, the quarterback for the Legion, coming out on offense for the first time tonight. As we said, it's going to be a blistering hot day here in Phoenix, but for Arizona, it's pretty much just another day in the office for them. First and 10 from the offset eye. Brown to throw. He's going to roll a bit to his right. Has a man up the middle. Oh, a penalty marker down. As the pass is intended for Brett Killian, we might have our first pass interference call. Yeah, that is called on Iverson Gamble, the free safety. So a free first down and a free amount of yards.
Yeah, and not really sure. I mean, man, and that is a very tight call by the referee there, but I mean, it's good coverage all day long by the Scorpion secondary there. Really no reason to commit a foul. So, oh boy, that is a very tight call by the referee.
Yeah, I think the only reason they might have pulled it was just because Killian the interference was due to Gamble just getting in the way of the route. Run up the left side here for Logan Lee, one of the 2 running backs for the slate. Oh, and we already have an injury on our first series of plays, and it is J.R. Lawless, the linebacker for Arizona. He is down.
Yeah, and this is really something that we've seen as sort of a trend in this new era of the SFL, is just the raw physicality has increased, not just in terms of the running backs and the run game, but also, linebackers and defensive ends have had to get very physical to compensate.
Yeah, it's been a very tough first season here in this new era. Pitch to the right side is going to go to Robert Redford. He'll get enough for the first down and brings it up to the 35 of Arizona. We'll introduce the rest of this Vancouver Legion offense. They have 2 quarterbacks in Christian Brown and Austin Blanco. Running backs are Logan Lee and the Hall of Famer Robert Redford. Sawyer Stearns, the fullback. Chris Sinceri, Brett Killian, Timothy Mossam King, Zora Lunar, and Chris Curtis are your wide receivers. And this will be a throw for Brown in a little bit of trouble and gets it away to Curtis, who will bring it into the 20 for a first down. Abad Ruiz the second, Stephen McMichaels are your tight ends on the line. Mike Coverson, Perrin Ibarra, Michael Prococo, and Mike Newtons, I believe I'm saying that right, Newtons, is the center.
And Christian Brown just does a great job on this pass. That's the second time this drive he's really been under huge pressure, but just sits in his pocket. Those 2 big contracted offensive line players on the front, giving him plenty of time to make a good decision.
Another pitch here for Lee. He's going to shake one tackle out to the right sideline. He'll step out of bounds around the 15 before any other Scorpion can try to get him. It'll end up as a gain of 7.
Well, and again, it's really been the blocking for Vancouver that's been such a big part of this successful first drive thus far. Logan Lee gets space to bounce to the outside and threatening the end zone.
Yeah, but you do also have to account for that penalty. We're talking about nearly a 24-yard penalty on that pass interference call. That's really contributed to this drive. 2nd and 3 with a heavy eye set. They will hand it off to Lee. He'll go to the left side at the 10. He'll scoop around to the 5, and he'll get wrapped up. And look like Gamble is back in the ball game. That's a good sight to see alongside Eddie Gage. We'll see the rest of this Arizona defense. D.D. Sachs, Alex Constantine, Hunter Norwood, and David Tilley are on the line. Sean Moore, J.R. Lawless possibly coming back. We'll find out about that later. Nathaniel Diggs are your linebackers. Zachary Hamburger, Ricky Robinson, Parker Thomas, Everett Garrison are your corners. And, of course, the aforementioned safeties, Gamble and Gage. 1st and goal from the 6-yard line from the I formation. Brown will pitch it off to Lee. He's trying to push ahead for some extra room, but can't get anywhere. He's going to get brought down by Parker Thomas for no gain.
Well, and again, we talked about the real trench warfare up front in the running game. And again, that's the result of it on defense. Just space clogged up, really nowhere to go for Logan Lee.
Going to get it up to the 5. Again, going into the power I for 2nd and goal. Handoff up the right side for Lee. Has room to get there, and he will! Touchdown, Vancouver!
Wow. Well, Logan Lee does a fantastic job here. All these runs to the outside and gets stopped at the middle there. You would think possibly gets frustrated, but again, gets the handoff here again. Just keeps his legs moving even through the contact. Vancouver marching down the field in quick order, and their defense has been one of the shining spots for them this season. So they'll be very glad to get onto that side of the ball.
Absolutely. 8-play drive, 50 yards, finishing the 5-yard touchdown. The kick on the way from chance to win. It is up and good. That'll tack on the extra point when they make it a 7-0 lead with 7:36 to go here in the first quarter. If you're brand new to the SFL, welcome aboard. The Simulation Football League is football for everyone. Get off the sideline and start your player today by joining our Discord server at simulationfl.net. Click the Join the Community button and begin your career, or just meet and greet the stars of the SFL on and off the field. It is never too late to get involved. Kick returned at about the 7 by Ryan Orlovsky. He's going to push up the middle and get out to the same field position that Vancouver had. They'll get up to their own 32-yard line. See Logan Lee there, the rookie from Lincoln, talking about that touchdown run as we take another look at the kickoff return. Yeah, he had a nice hole up the middle and just got sealed very quickly by the Legion.
Yeah, absolutely. And this has really been, as much as we talk about Vancouver doing really well on the defensive side of the ball, Ashley Jackson and company, as well as the dual back running core for Arizona, have been having a great season. So they're going to be looking to show what they can do.
Ashley going to be under center for this first play of the series with 4 wide receivers. Plenty of time for her to throw. She'll get it away, and a good push up the middle by Will Todd, the tight end. Just about the 45-yard line, about a gain of 13.
Well, and Ashley Jackson coming into this game, 3rd best quarterback rating in the league with 69, 4th most passing yards total with 986. And you look at it all, and it works out to being the 4th most passing yards and the 4th most as well yards per reception for Arizona.
Handoff up the middle for this first time. It's DJ Moses, who's only going to get about a yard on the play. Introducing the rest of the Scorpion offense. We've seen Ashley Jackson and DJ Moses. Justin Williams are your fullback. Donnie Hands, James Hands, Ryan Orlovsky, and TJ Punk are your wide receivers. Tight ends are Thomas LeClaire and Will Todd. On the line, a full lineup. Igor Barbatov, Sean Crook are your tackles with EJ DeQ. Patrick Kelly is guard, and Gene Benazzi, formerly of Denver, at center. Punk going in motion over to the right side for 2nd down and 9. Handoff again up the middle for Moses. Inches ever closer to midfield. It'll be about a 3-yard gain to bring up 3rd and 6.
Well, and as much as we talk about how Ashley Jackson has had a really good season as well, this dual back running core for Arizona have the 3rd best unit touchdown total for the season. Justin Williams has 7 and DJ Moses has 2, and they'll be looking to add more.
Blitz coming here for Jackson. She'll get it away just in time, and it's caught by TJ Punk for a 1st down. Great job from Jackson reading the blitz and getting that ball just in time.
Yeah, man, and Ashley Jackson tonight will almost certainly cross 1,000 passing yards on the season, and that is just how it's been happening all season, just placing these dots perfectly for her receivers.
I think that 1,000-yard mark got easily crossed on that one play as that went for 15 yards. Handoff for 1st down at about the 32, and Moses will get to about the 27, 26 for a gain of 6.
And it's really been, as much as Logan Lee was a big player for Vancouver on that last drive, Arizona had been really grinding out the running game this drive as well.
Inching ever closer to that red zone. 2nd down and 4. Power offset I. Saw a little bit of creep in there on the defense. It's going to be a run for Williams, the fullback, and he'll get just enough to move those chains. I'll mark him at the 22 for a 1st down.
Well, that's what you have the fullback for. Just put the ball in their hands and they're going to get it past the line. Maybe not much more, maybe not do it in elegant fashion, but it's 4 more downs for Arizona here.
1st and 10 from the 22-yard line. 4 wide receivers with 3 to the right, but they will put Todd in motion. Tight end, he will go into a tight end position on the left tackle. Jackson on the delay. He's going to get it to Moses right to the 15. Nice little run there for DJ. He's already over double digits in yards. Going to be another gain of 7.
And it's really been Arizona have kind of been disruptive to Vancouver. We talked about how good this defensive unit has been, and Arizona have really kind of forced them onto the back heel here.
8th play of this drive. Lilia handoff again for Williams, who pushes ahead for the 1st down, trying to get some extra room, and will do so as he rolls down to the 7. It'll be 1st and goal to go for the Scorpions.
Well, and how about this? This is reminiscent of that touchdown where we saw with Logan Lee. Again, these great blocks up front, creating the space for him to run and just keeping his legs moving through the contact. It's picking up even bigger yardage than these runs on their own.
And you saw the block there from Barbatov doing a great job on that line, winning the battles. 1st and goal from the 7. Handoff for Moses. Has room, but it gets cut off. Great job by DJ Woods to stop that play.
Yeah, man, really the last of the back line there to even have a chance. But this is a great position for Arizona, even though they were stopped.
Bring up 2nd down and goal. They're probably about 5 feet away from the goal line. Split back set. They're going to hand it off up the middle for Williams. Gets denied again. This time Farnsey making the stop. And now it's going to be 3rd and goal from basically the half-yard line.
Oh, man, and this is so tricky. 3rd and goal with maybe a Subway sandwich to go now. And, oh, man, do you pass it? Do you run it? I almost think this is 4-down territory. It's so close.
It is 3rd down and an 8.5 by 11. Handoff Williams into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona.
Well, and they say anything worth doing is worth doing right. The patience by Arizona to stick with the running game eventually pays off. They're stopped twice, and on 3rd down, they find the space up the middle, and that is just a perfectly executed run play by Arizona to fire back in this game.
Yeah, great drive, too. 11 plays, 62 yards. With that 1/2 in or so touchdown run from Justin Williams. Extra point about to pop in from JT Delaney. And it is up and good. And that will knot it up at 7 apiece with 3:04 to go here in the 1st quarter. This is about what we were expecting a nice even-handed matchup between both these squads, and we're kind of seeing it here in the first quarter.
Yeah, absolutely. And, a top offense versus a top defense, this is sometimes what it can look like, sort of the old cliche of the unstoppable force meeting the immovable object.
And they will let that go into the end zone for the touchback. For all the league highlights, photo galleries, major and minor league stats, leaderboards, community content, and much more, check out the league website at simulationfl.net, presented by Football Shift. Stay up to date and explore our past, present, and future. Vancouver going to start at their own 20. They'll have two receivers to the right, but they will put Brett Killian in motion. He'll go over to the left side. Splits in the backfield. Again, looks to be Brown under center here. They do have Austin Blanco available. Brown rolling to his right, gets a pass to the right side and will be caught and steps out of bounds as Chris Curtis for an 8-yard gain.
And a really good job just not throwing anything too hastily, progressing through the route tree, scanning all over the field. And that play developed well after the start of the play there. Patience by Vancouver.
Yeah, good patience there from Christian Brown. Been in the leagues for 6 seasons. This is his 3rd with Vancouver. Handoff up the middle for Logan Lee. Bounces off a defender. Gets away from another, but gets stopped finally by Iverson Gamble, but not before he got the first down.
While you've heard of the phrase of bouncing to the outside, but again, a very unorthodox way to break that tackle by Logan Lee. And he's really been a bright spot on offense for Vancouver. It seems like he's going to be very hard to stop today.
Yeah, prior to this game, he was averaging about 5 yards a carry, already totaling over 271 yards of rushing offense. Handoff again for Lee. Is he going to get away from one tackle? It gets caught in traffic as Eddie Gage will bring him down for a 5-yard gain.
And this is really how Vancouver, I think, can really hang with such a high-powered offense as Arizona, is just little piece by piece. If Logan Lee gets 5 yards at a time, I think they're more than content to march down the field that way.
He's currently averaging about 4.6 so far today. Brown going to roll to his left, has time to throw it, gets it away up the middle, and it's incomplete. First incompletion of the game for either quarterback, as looked to be thrown into a little bit of traffic.
Well, and that's what Arizona were trying to do on that play very early in this game, where they got pass interference called on them. Just great double coverage, 2-on-1, really nowhere safe to throw.
We got 3rd down and 5. Need to get to the 43 to move those chains. Killian going in motion over to the strong side on the right. 3 receivers in an I formation. Nickel set for Arizona. Brown to throw. Has 5 on the rush. Gets it away to Brett Killian. Has room at the 40. Gets it right down to the 30. Keeps pushing. And down to about the 28-yard line of Arizona. Big gain there for BK.
Yeah, man, and we're gonna see this pass again. Just a great job of working with the receivers. Again, progressing through the routes, sees that there's this space in the middle of the field, and it's a great piece of speed and physicality to get all the way up to the 30, over 116 yards. My goodness.
Ends up going for a 34-yard gain on that single pass. Bring it up to the 27-yard line. 1st and 10 for Brown. Again, 5 on the rush. Gets it away, and it's incomplete. Overthrew his target there. Looked to be intended for Stephen McMichaels.
Yeah, and again, it was Arizona, if you saw, forcing the mismatch in the middle of the field. I think that's going to be their strategy for dealing with these receivers for Vancouver, is just force these 2-on-1 or 3-on-1 or more mismatches.
Brings up 2nd down and 10. Offset Iowa Twins to the left. Brown to throw again. 5 under pressure. Gets away from 1. Throws it out. Has a wide open man. And it's Brett Killian into the end zone for a Vancouver touchdown.
I just don't believe what I saw. It has been absolutely so safe for Christian Brown in the pocket today. He's made so many good decisions in there. And look at this shake.
It was
sack. He
Eddie Gage tried to go for it. He couldn't make it.
Yeah, and just hangs on and throws this. Man, Eddie Gage, a Hall of Famer for a reason. But that is just some outstanding resolve by Christian Brown to stay on his feet and sling a touchdown. My goodness.
Drive goes 7 plays, 80 yards. His chance to win will put it up for the extra point. 28-yard touchdown pass to Brett Killian makes it 14-7 with 1:03 to go here in the first quarter. Boy, you got to figure Eddie's got to be kicking himself now. He had Christian Brown dead to rights, but could not hold on to him for the tackle.
Oh yeah, and Eddie Gage is an old school competitor. You know he's going to be fighting hard to get that one back.
Donnie Hand's going to take this from the 5, and it'll bring it up to the Arizona 30-yard line. Let's head over to Charleston with a game break in Cameron Erdeline.
Thank you, Ethan. The Florida Storm having their fits with the Charleston Predators, but Art Vandelay gets Florida's 3rd kick return touchdown of the season to tie the game at 17. Both quarterbacks got hurt on the opening drive, but both have since returned to the game. Back to you in Phoenix.
Thank you, Cam. Appreciate that. Run up to the left side for DJ Moses. Spins against one. Gets room to down the 40. Gets just enough for the first down, as Drew Hamilton will make the stop. Exactly 10, and that's all they need.
Well, both of these teams have really, oh my goodness, that spin move. Both of these teams have really sort of used their physicality as we talk about, but a great display of agility there by DJ Moses.
And you kind of see very similar running stats between Moses and Lee. Both of them at 32. Both of them with an equal number of attempts, or near an equal number of attempts. And it'll be showing a blitz here. Moses going to go out to the right side. Has room to run at the 50. Gets down to the 40. Goes down to the 30. Can they catch him? Spins around 1. And will get brought down by Hamilton at the 20-yard line.
Wow, and we were just talking about how evenly and how this run game works like a unit, but it's not just these two running backs. Look at how perfectly these blocks are set up front. A huge chop block and just so much space for DJ Moses to run. I almost think if he doesn't go for that spin move there for the flare, I almost think he's home free.
I think you might be right on that one, but it still goes down as a 41-yard rush to get it just outside the red zone as we head to the end of the first quarter. Already exciting here with 1 down and 3 to go in Phoenix, and the Legion are up 14-7. You're watching the Simulation Football League presented by APM Music here on YouTube. We'll flip the field and come right back. Here we go, second quarter about to get underway here in Phoenix, Arizona. Ethan Muslin, Alden Bleeker here on the call for you tonight. It's blistering hot, but it's still a fun game we're having so far. Jackson going to hand off to Moses up the middle here on first down and gets just enough to move the chains. They're going to say he's inside the 10, so it'll be first and goal to go again for the Scorpions.
Yeah, and it's really just been this two-person show by DJ Moses and Justin Williams. We see a great reaction there by, I believe that was the cornerback, Emmanuel Blackman, coming all the way up on that play, was dropped back into coverage. And man, Arizona are marching here.
Yeah, they're doing a real good job here. Only 4 plays so far when this one snaps. From the 9, 3 wide receivers, Moses in the backfield. They'll hand it off. Moses up the middle. Shakes one tackler and will be wrapped up and brought down by Will Stern. Down inside the 5. It'll bring up second down and goal. I didn't get a chance to introduce the Vancouver Legion defense. On the line, Achilles Papatonis, Kybron Womack, Gerald Giudicetti, and Michael Rory are on the line. Linebackers are Josh Farnsey, DJ Woods, and Marquise Reed. Emmanuel Blackman, Michael Lister, Zach Lay, and Will Stern are your corners. Mark Lopez, Drew Hamilton, and JJ Winfield are on the safeties. From the 2, 6 feet to go for Paydirt in the heavy eye. They're going to shift things up here. They're going to put LeClaire in motion over to the left side. He's signaling a bit of a weak run. And off for Moses. He will go to the weak side, and he will dive into the end zone! Touchdown, Scorpions! Woo! Wow.
Man, and what a pure display of physicality, just like we saw the spin move at the very start of this drive, just trusting those blocks to be there, trusting the rest of his offense. And just look at this, just up and over like he's going for the long dive world record.
You are not wrong there, man. Just a great finish there for Moses. He knows he's close and he just wants to dive in for that score, and he does get it. Drive finishes with 5 plays, 70 yards as the kick from Delaney is up and through. We are tied up at 14 apiece with 8:46 to go here in the second quarter. As we said, there was going to be a nice even-handed ball game, and it's certainly delivering so far. Cannot wait to see how this develops into the next half. Kick's going to be returned at about the 2. Run up the middle here for Sunseri. Shakes against 1. And we'll bring it up to the Vancouver 29. So far, so good for both of these squads. Neither of them have really given up any drives. But we're kind of waiting to see when the defenses kind of enter that second gear and really start to clamp down.
Yeah, absolutely. And we talked about this being a back and forth matchup, but it's very much like a chess game in the sense that you've got 2 very good defenses. Vancouver, of course, are doing great things on defense right now, and Eddie Gage, known as something of a defensive mastermind. So it's going to be really the first team that makes a blunder, I think, is going to fall.
I think you're absolutely right there. We've got so much even-handedness in this matchup. Lee shakes against 1 tackler. He gets wrapped up and brought down by Sean Moore before he can try to enter that third gear. But it'll be enough to get Vancouver a first down.
And again, it's just the physical runs up the middle. Ooh, shakes off a tackle up the middle does Logan Lee. And again, if it's not the speed, if it's not the athletic moves, it's just the ability to knock over these tacklers in the secondary.
Yeah, so many running backs in the league are becoming very powerful up the middle. As that pass to Lee, probably ill-advised, as that is a tackle from Sean Moore for a loss of 2.
I mean, Logan Lee's been having a good day. I mean, it might feel like for Vancouver, they want to involve him in the game as much as possible.
And it's fair. He's so far Lee 8 attempts on the ground with 45. So he's again doing very similar numbers. And this will be a run again. Oh! Eddie Gage, say it with your chest, my friend, as Robert Redford goes down for a gain of 4.
Well, Eddie Gage had that sack broken in the previous defensive drive. And like we said, Eddie Gage, as much of a competitor as it gets on defense, and he was not going to let that tackle get away a second time.
Round to throw as pressure's coming, and Norwood with the sack. That might be the first big defensive play of this game.
And it's the first stop of the game. This is the first time that a team is going to have to punt. So far, it's been touchdown Vancouver, touchdown Arizona, touchdown Vancouver, touchdown Arizona. And so now it's a fantastic opportunity for Arizona to start to take a lead and start to put their stamp on it. And not to mention, they're starting in fantastic field position.
They'll probably get a good return out of this. It'll be taken at the 21. Bit of a run back as it is returned by Arlovsky over to the Arizona 25. If you are liking this game so far, make sure to smash that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. The SFL produces over 400 events a year. There is no one else that gives you more football, so don't miss a minute of SFL or SFLM action and help the channel grow through your support. Arizona starting right at the 25-yard line. We're going to have 3 receivers. One is going to go from left to right. That's TJ Punk going in motion. Bit of a nickel set here for Vancouver. Jackson will quick step, throws it, finds Will Todd immediately on that quick pass and gets enough for exactly 10.
Well, hashtag throw it to the tight end in full effect there. Saw that Will Todd was going to make a break up the middle there, and Ashley Jackson very quick on the trigger.
Yeah, that was a very quick pass. That might have been even a no step back maneuver. It's just like snap, throw, gone.
Yeah, when Guy Clausen says hashtag throw it to the tight end, that's what he means.
Exactly right there. Good for a gain of 10. Jackson going to delay the handoff here to Moses, who will push ahead for a gain of 9. Great run up the gut there from DJ.
Yeah, and again, that's really been his sweet spot so far this game. Again, another instance of a secondary player for Vancouver being set back deep in pass coverage and coming up there. That's Will Stern, the cornerback.
You see there, Moses already nearing a century mark of rushing. In about 11 attempts. He's not doing too shabby. Second down and a short 1 for Arizona. They'll hand it off to Williams. He gets enough for the first down and gets pancaked around the midfield stripe by DJ Woods.
And it's worth mentioning as well, DJ Moses coming into this game had 10,239 yards, 23 yards behind Keith Swearingen's 10th most all-time rushing yards of 10,351. So he's marching ever closer towards that number 1 spot there.
Jackson to throw, got a little bit of pressure, gets it away to Moses, who is tapped as he goes down. Looked like that might have been Marquise Reed with that play. So bring up second down and 5.
And really, this has been how Ashley Jackson has set up so well for Arizona all season. When it's not the long passes deeper down the field, it's these medium passes. Just put the ball in the receiver's hands and take the yardage.
Run up the middle again for Williams, and he'll get another 3 yards on that one. You see, this is a nice little setup here that Arizona has. A lot of punches up the gut with the run game.
Yeah, and you know, when you've got great blocks, and this is sort of the tendency of the league right now, is running these plays that run the halfback or the fullback directly into the defense, and you've got a runner that's good at that. Just keep doing it.
Williams will do it this time again. He breaks free a little bit, gets room for the first down, and gets down to the Arizona 35. Another great first down for the fullback, who's having himself a pretty good day.
Yeah, and it's really, you know, as we said, it's not just DJ Moses, it's not just Justin Williams. It's the fact that they work together so well as a unit, and the blocks up front. I mean, really, it's a complete day for both of them here so far.
Gets up to the Vancouver 35 for first and 10. Hand's going to go in motion to the right side. Going to have an even 2-2 for passing, but they're going to pitch it left to Moses. He'll get contacted at the line and has room to run. Gets down to the 20, down for the 10. They're not going to stop him. Touchdown, Arizona!
And again, it's DJ Moses. Again, it's Arizona working as a unit. A great pitch to the outside, and it's the blocks all the way up front. Finds space on the outside. Few Vancouver jerseys in between him and the end zone, but just the pure speed of DJ Moses gets him there.
Yeah, it would look like it was Drew Hamilton who was given chase and just could not narrow that gap to try to make any play happen. So that would left Moses to run 35 yards into the end zone for the touchdown, as the kick from Delaney is good. So there we go, a defensive stop from the Scorpions, and now they hold a 7-point lead with 4:16 to go here in the second.
Yeah, and again, it's just the ability to work as a unit for Arizona gets them the touchdown there. Going into this game, the running back team for Arizona had 9 collective touchdowns. They now have, I believe, 12 to get together as a unit.
The Sunsari on the return. Excuse me, no, that's Mossam King again with the kick return. They'll bring it up to the Vancouver 25. Saw there Ashley Jackson and DJ Moses talking about that run, and talking about how he just could not get anybody around him. So good job him. DJ Moses now already 12 runs, 136 yards. He's already averaging 11.3 yards per carry so far today.
Wow.
Vancouver's going to have to find a way to shut him down in the second half. The offense for Vancouver from their own 24. Offset I, 3 wide receivers. Brown going to hand off up the middle. Oh! And caught right at the line was Robert Redford as he gets brought down by Nathaniel Diggs.
Oh man, and Nathaniel Diggs, such a big part of the defense. The 5th best in tackles for loss this season with 7.
Bring up 2nd down and 9. They'll call it a 1-yard gain. Curtis now in motion to the left side. He's being chased by Garrison. The man covers there for the corners. Brown to throw. Blitz coming. He'll throw it out. Gets it away. Nice catch. Right around the 39-yard line for Curtis. It'll be a 1st down.
And it's a fantastic job by Chris Curtis to hold on to this one. A great pass on this corner route here. And, oh, man, he gets knocked around in the air. It looked like a Jeep that got flipped in a car crash there.
No, now I'm just remembering about the time I had my Jeep, and now I'm going to be sad. No, it's fine. It was a nice car. 1st and 10 now from the 40, or just outside the 40. Pitch over to the right side for Lee. He gets surrounded by Scorpions, and he is brought down by Sean Morris, a loss of 4.
Man, and that is so big for Arizona. I mean, it's really felt like it's been hard for both of these teams, not only to get sacks, but to get tackles for loss. And, you know, you get one of these, it can really force the other offense off of their rhythm.
Might need to give a talking to Sawyer Stern to have him remember his blocking assignments there. Brown to throw on 2nd and long. Has an open Brett Killian and ends up getting a gain of 12 for it. He gets contacted around the midfield.
Yeah, and again, oh man, and this is a great route, just splits the coverage there like a goalpost, and that is fantastic running, fantastic route vision, and a fantastic vision by the quarterback as well.
So far, Killian 3 for 75 and the touchdown. He's been their main target so far today. And off to Lee up the middle. Will get the 1st down. Shakes against one tackle. Gets another. And will get down to the Arizona 44. Another big gain there for the running back.
Yeah, and just finds the tiniest bit of space. That's really been the thing for Logan Lee, is that in a game where running has come at such a premium, he's really found the space he's needed.
Brings it right to the 45-yard line. Curtis going in motion to the right side. 1st and 10 with the I formation. We got 6 on the line, but that'll bring us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to go in the first half, and it has been a great back-and-forth battle. When the Scorpions right now, they lead it by 7. You're watching the Simulation Football League presented by APM Music here on YouTube. Final 2 minutes and a half coming up. So as they reset, Vancouver's going to go 2-2 with a nickel package for Arizona. They might be showing blitz here with Tilly. They will show blitz. Hand off to Lee up the middle. They're only going to get back to the line of scrimmage. And that is a stop there from Nathaniel Diggs for no gain.
Yeah, and if you're Arizona now, you have a choice to make of, or excuse me, if you're Vancouver, you have a choice to make of whether you want to go for the touchdown immediately or whether you want to run down the clock.
Yeah, because they got the ball to start the game, so Arizona's going to get it to start the second half. They might want to try to milk as much clock as they can. They seem to be doing so here. Run to the left side for Lee. We get about 7. Oh, excuse me, that's Redford with the run. He's going to get about 7 on that play.
And it's just such a great job of Logan Lee just ducking and weaving inside his space there, and they're hurrying up to the line here.
I don't blame them. They want to try to get this 1st down. And it's going to be Brown rolling to his left. Has a man open down inside the 25, and it's a 1st down for the Legion as they will call timeout.
Yeah, a great pitch and catch, and puts them in exactly the position they needed to be. And now that you're this far downfield, I think maybe you can afford to start taking it a little slower, really think about the best formation to be in each down.
Got it up to the 23, so a gain of 14 for a first down. Blitz coming in for Brown. Oh, and he got just smacked as a patty by Zachary Hamburger. Wow. And that's going to be their second timeout.
And man, that was just a case of just finding, you know, we talk the phrase is edge rushing, but there was really no edge established at that point, and just gets inside the pocket.
He's second down and long on about a 6-yard loss. Killian now going in motion to the left side. They're going to have 4 receivers left. 5 on the play clock. They're going to have to hurry it up. Blitz coming again from the right side. Has a man open up the middle. It'll be caught, and it'll be for 3rd down and 5. And again, the final timeout for Vancouver. No timeouts remaining. This is going to be a tough one. You see Killian 4 for 87 so far today. Doing so well. 5 receivers for Christian Brown. Sunseri in motion over to the right side. Hoping to at least get inside the 10 for 1st and goal. Blitz coming again. Brown throws it up. Penalty marker down, but the pass is caught by Stephen McMichaels. They might take the yards here and just give him the catch.
Yeah, it really depends on which gets them further down the field. And then Vancouver are going to decline.
That penalty called on Eddie Gage. I think he got there just a little too soon. Didn't really matter because the catch got made. But I think if anything, it does give Vancouver a free timeout. It stops the clock here with 53 seconds to go here in the first half. 2 receivers left. 1st down and goal from the 6. Brown to throw. Has time. Throws a little looper, and it's incomplete. Might have gotten there a little bit too early for Chris Curtis.
Yeah, and it's really, you can't afford to rush if you're Vancouver. You've got time to draw up the play that you need here.
Yeah, so far Brown doing okay for himself. 7 for 10 with 112 yards passing on the day. 2nd and goal, 50 seconds to go. Brown rolling to his right, has time to throw, gets it away. Oh, it's a bit of a duck as he got hit as he threw, and it'll be incomplete.
Yeah, that one went end over end like it was a field goal kick.
You're not wrong there. It was just kind of a little bit of a worm burner, but got it out of his hand just in time. Now going to bring up 3rd down and goal. 6 yards from pay dirt and from potentially tying the game. Arizona looks like they're shifting into man coverage. Brown from the shotgun with 2 and 2. He'll go for the throw. Gets it up the middle. Oh, and it's incomplete. That one intended for Chris Curtis, but again, Hamburger there to make the play.
Yeah, and it's really been just so good of a defensive drive for Arizona. Even though Vancouver were able to get down the field, they get this stop to hold them to 3. And man, this is going to be a very interesting second half here.
Yeah, chance to win. Going to go from the right hash. It'll be a 23-yard attempt. Should be no problem. It is up, and it is good. So that will cap up a 15-play drive for 70 yards. Finishes off with a field goal. Unbelievable that a drive would go that long and only have to go for 3.
Yeah, and really a good job of holding on by Arizona. You know, as we say, just going into the second half, both of these teams trying to hold on as much as they can.
It's going to make it 21-17 with about 41 seconds to go. Arizona going to try to see if they can get a little momentum going into the half. And that's the right call there to kneel it down. And it'll take them out to their own 20. Arizona's got a few options if they want to try to get something going here. I mean, they've been going to Moses pretty often. As you see there, the stats for Jackson, she's 4 for 4. A pass to Moses, a pass to Punk, and 2 passes to Will Todd. That's all they've been doing there through the air.
Well, and she's still pretty fresh. I mean, they've relied on the run game a lot, so she's still got a lot of throws left in that arm.
And you see the run here from Moses. Oh, and this is a penalty marker down here. This might be some extra yards.
I think that might have been a face mask. Yeah.
Yeah, that one called on Josh Farnsey. So that's going to add 15 to the play. We bring it up to the 39 for a first down.
Perhaps even more importantly, it keeps the clock stopped for Arizona. So it's as if that run had gone for 15 more yards with a timeout, and they got a free timeout out of it.
Yeah, that's very true. So now they're up their own 39, 1st and 10, 37 seconds left. Jackson with 3 wide receivers. They'll hand it off to Moses up the middle, and that'll be a couple more yards. I think they're just going to be content with just going into the locker room with the lead.
Yeah, no reason to risk a big interception. You know, Vancouver are out of timeouts, but there's still time to get burnt if Arizona were to get sloppy.
I don't anticipate anything too rash here. So we had about 10 seconds to go. Play clock ahead of the game clock, so they might just let this guy wind down. And it'll be Moses up the middle, getting away from one, and gets enough for the first down as he gets to the midfield stripe. And that will be all she wrote for the first half. So a nice little cherry on top for Moses. He's about over 150 yards of rushing so far today. But they will give Arizona a 21-17 lead going into the halftime break. And if you want to consider that end of half being not resulting in a score, both these teams have only given up 1 possession apiece without scoring points.
Yeah, absolutely. Looking back at how it's gone, it's been touchdown Vancouver, touchdown Arizona, touchdown Vancouver, touchdown Arizona. Only 1 punt in this game, and it was Vancouver. But again, both of these teams scored after that. Touchdown Arizona, field goal Vancouver. So both of these teams have good offensive pieces. Both of these teams have good defensive pieces, and they've both been struggling against each other today in not necessarily in a negative sense of the word, but in the Homerian, in the epic sense of the word. It's been an epic struggle today.
No, you're absolutely right. It's been kind of a tale of 2 similar teams. As we kind of talked about it, in the beginning of the show. You're kind of seeing Vancouver being a little more on the pass side. You saw there Christian Brown so far 112 yards of passing. DJ Moses doing a lot of the work for Arizona, almost 150 yards on the ground. Compared to only about 42 for Ashley Jackson. It's been a very ground-heavy game for Arizona, very air-heavy game for Vancouver. We'll see if they make any adjustments here in the second half. Arlovsky going to take the kickoff return right up to the 30-yard line. And that's where Ashley Jackson will kick off this second half with the Arizona Scorpions. We were kind of talking about how we haven't seen a lot of, punts and turnovers or anything like that. And I kind of expect we'll probably see the defense start to clamp down here in the second half. Punt goes in motion to the right side here for 1st and 10. Jackson with only 3 on the rush will throw it up the middle, and it's incomplete. Donnie hands the intended target. I think he might have just been a little too early on that one.
Yeah, and as you say, both of these teams, we talked about in the previous half how it's a chess match, how the first team to blunder really are likely to be the ones that ultimately walk away with a loss from this game. And that makes it all the more important on offense to do the things that you've been doing right and to even step it up a level if you can.
Yeah, 2nd down and 10 now. James Hands going in motion over to the left side. As it looked to be a little bit of adjustment here. Zach Lay now going into man coverage. Jackson to throw with 6 on the rush. Gets it away. Oh, it's out of the hands of James Hands, who could not come up with the grab.
Man, and that is just so tough for Arizona. A great pass by Ashley Jackson on a line, but oh man, and tough to pull in though with the coverage.
Yeah, he had an open shot, but just could not bring it in. Unfortunate for that. The Hands team needing to improve themselves a little bit. James now going to go in motion to the right side for 3rd down and 10. Those 2 passes, also the first incompletions for Ashley Jackson so far today. And she goes for the deep ball and gets it for the catch to TJ Punk at the 48-yard line.
Man, and defying the coverage is Ashley Jackson, and look at this, just one-on-one coverage, throws the ball up, trusting that Punk is going to pull it down. That is amazing rapport between quarterback and receiver.
Yeah, absolutely. Goes for a 19-yard gain. Longest so far of the day for TJ. Longest pass completion so far for anybody. Jackson with the little check down here to DJ Moses. He'll cut to the left side, has room for the first down. Gets down to about the 30 and out of bounds. So already we're talking about, the 19-yard catch being the biggest one. Well, DJ Moses just says, nah, it's mine. I'll take it for 21.
Well, and Ashley Jackson has been one of those quarterbacks that's quietly having a fantastic season. But again, we see how it's been, how that's happened for Ashley Jackson, just having these fantastic receivers who she can trust. Not only are they going to catch the ball, but they're going to do something good with it once it's in their hands.
Yeah, great job from Moses, checking that yardage, and you see there after hit. This goes for about 67, so he's been doing pretty well after contact. 1st and 10 now from the Vancouver 30. Moses up the middle, shakes one, but will be brought down by Mark Lopez for a gain of 8.
And again, just the run up the gut, like we've been saying, it's just the pure physicality in the run game for Arizona that's been so impressive. And then you throw in the athleticism too. It's just so hard to stop the Arizona run game today.
Been a fantastic effort on the ground for DJ. Ashley's starting to show her stuff in the air. But I think they're gonna, if it's not broken, don't fix it. As Williams makes the run this time, he'll be enough for the first down to get it inside the red zone.
Yeah, absolutely. As you said, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And Ashley Jackson's been having a good enough day on her own. I think you kind of tuck that into your back pocket. Like, okay, if we start falling behind, here's our secret weapon that we can pull out.
Yeah, I think that does make a lot of sense, and she will go for the throw here on first down. Up the middle, has a wide open Will Todd for the touchdown!
Wow, and Ashley Jackson creates a fantastic pass here. And again, it's just mismatched coverage and finds the space in the middle, just nobody between the receiver and the end zone. Ashley Jackson doing a great job reading that play, but a great catch as well by Will Todd, the tight end.
Hashtag throw it to the tight end again, and that's why they're loved in this league. The kick here from Delaney is up and good. 7 plays, 70 yards, 18-yard touchdown pass caps the drive. It's now 28-17 Arizona with 8:13 to go here in the third quarter. Now available free to download. You can play the SFL video game on the go on the Retroid Pocket 3 Plus, an emulator for 4K23 in the palm of your hands. Order your Retroid today at GoRetroid.com. Search SFL and download our mod at simulationfl.net/4K23. Retroid, the official console of the SFL. As you see Will Todd talking about that touchdown, as Mossam King is going to bring out another really good return.
Yeah, and that's really been the thing for both of these teams. I think kind of an unspoken aspect of their game is that they both have really started in fantastic field position every time.
Yeah, average field position has been around the 30, kind of around the 35-ish yard line, except for a couple of touchbacks. So when they bring it out, they do some pretty good positioning here. Round to throw, gonna go to the right side, has a man open, it's Chris Curtis down to the 50, going down to the 40, the 30, Eddie Gage trying to get him, and he will, as he gets brought down to the 25-yard line.
Wow, and how about the speed here? And we're going to see this again, the pass, great job running the route, great job reading it, but oh man, just sort of backpedals past the coverage, and he's able to find space all the way down on the sideline. Eddie Gage showing some Hall of Fame toughness to recover on that play, though.
That gain, that probably the biggest gain of the game so far, because that goes for 40 yards, top of the day for Chris Curtis, who's already at 100 yards passing. That is Zorro Lunar in motion over to the right side here for first down. Brown to throw again, has some pressure coming, and he's brought down. Great sack from number 55, Dede Sachs, living up to his nomenclature.
Yeah, and also living up to his name in the sense that that play was just pure money for Arizona. You know, Christian Brown has been able to set up so well in the pocket for most of today and just does a great job getting around where the pocket is set up to get inside.
That's the third sack of the day for Arizona. One for Sachs, one for Norwood, and one for Hamburger. Mossam King going in motion over to the left side for second and long from Arizona's 29. Brown to throw, gets away from some pressure, has a man up the middle. Danny Gage nearly intercepted it. It fell out of his hands, incomplete.
And how many times has Eddie Gage been in that position, downfield, single coverage up in the air and come down with it? You know, you throw that direction, Eddie will come down with it more times than not.
Now looking at third down and long, again going to 5 wide receivers. You can almost call this a quarter set or a $half set. There are no linebackers in the box for Arizona. Brown to throw. Up the middle. It will be completed, but short of the line to gain. Killian made the catch with Thomas in coverage. It'll bring up 4th and 2.
Yeah, and again, it's the fantastic coverage. Starts off as double coverage, but breaks off into one-on-one. And it's just the way that it's set up, so tough to break through. A fantastic tackle and reaction by Parker Thomas, the cornerback for Arizona.
We'll bring out chance to win to kick this 34-yard attempt. Up and through is good, so that'll make it 28-20 with 6:23 to go here in the third. Chance to win down 9 for 9 on field goal attempts.
Yeah, and it's really been something that he's had to do today to keep Vancouver in strike range. And I think that's the most important thing to remember if you're Vancouver, is that there's still plenty of football left to play. And, you know, Arizona's not even ahead by that much. One stop here could make all the difference.
Yeah, it is a one-score game for all intents and purposes. This will be brought out at about the 2. And that's Johnny Hands getting a little bit of run. And again, we were talking about that great field position. Arizona going to start on the opposite end of their own 30.
I was about to say, yet another drive starting past the 30.
Again, great field position for both of these teams. You're kind of talking about just great stuff from the 30, 35s, occasional 25s, maybe a touchback, but around the 30-yard line here is where they've been starting a lot of these drives for both teams. Jackson with the throw. Donnie Hands making the catch. We get it right up to the 45 for a first down.
And that is how Ashley Jackson has been so successful pretty much all her career. Just has time in the pocket. Again, a route fantastically run by Donnie Hands that splits the coverage. And his first catch of the day is a fantastic one, a very impactful one.
Goes for about 16 yards. That gives Donnie over 200 yards receiving on the season. About on par with James, so having a little rivalry there. Jackson to throw here on first down. It's caught by Punk. They're going to give him 2 as Will Stern makes the stop.
And again, this is really so important for Vancouver. Again, plenty of time left to play, but as these drives start to go by with no punts and no interceptions, you really start to feel each tick of the clock if you're the team that's behind.
Absolutely. Moses going to run up the middle, tried to shake some defenders there in the second effort. But he ends up getting a gain of 5.
Again, just creating this. This is how so many of these third down conversions have come from Arizona, just using the run to set up space. And it's mostly been DJ Moses on those short runs.
So far, 176 rushing yards on the day. About 16 runs. This will be number 17. He spins out to the left side. He'll get just enough for 3 yards in the first down.
Yeah, I mean, what can you say about him that we haven't already said? DJ Moses just showing fantastic toughness today, fights through the contact, keeps his legs moving, and that's why you get coached to do that as a running back pretty much from the Pop Warner level on up, because good things will happen.
Absolutely. Moses going to run again on the inside right, and he will get brought down. Looks like that was Lopez on the play. Get a couple of yards there.
Yeah, and just little by little is really okay for Arizona, not only because they're marching ever closer towards striking distance, but also because they're taking time off the clock, and that's really what's potentially going to become the enemy for Vancouver.
Yeah, especially as we're closing in on that fourth quarter. Run up the middle for Williams as he is wrapped up by Farnsey. Only gets about 4 to 5 yards on that play. Now we're going to have a third and relatively short coming up.
Yeah, 3rd and 2, and this is very makeable. Again, it's really been sort of what we've seen on 3rd down here for Arizona is 3rd and short and just a run up the gut.
3rd and 2 from the 34. They'll hand it off to Williams. He is not going to make it. He got back to the line of scrimmage, but DJ Woods pushes him back and says, nah, you cannot go any further.
Yeah, and that's huge for Vancouver because this is going to be just outside of the range of most SFL kickers. Yeah, and Arizona's going to have to punt, so this still remains effectively a one-score game.
It'll be the first punt all game for Arizona as the kick is going to be coffined over to the right side. Bounce it around the 17. And it'll go out of bounds. No, it's not going to go out of bounds. It'll mark down at about the 13, 14-yard line. Nice little kick there from Harris to give Vancouver some pretty rough field position. I think this is the roughest they've had all day.
I was just going to say, I mean, it really kind of underscores how much of a role that special teams have had today, that the first time the ball's not, coming outside of the 30, it's on a punt and one of only 2 punts on the day.
Yeah, the furthest back that Vancouver's had so far today is from their own 20 on a touchback. Run up the middle here for Lee. That's Robert Redford making the run. He gets made up by Eddie Gage for a gain of 4. Clock is ticking down in South Carolina. Let's go back there for a game break.
Thank you, Ethan. Florida trying to buck the trend of running this week. Bullet Boletsky hurt, less than 100 yards, no problem. Ron Cochran finds Veredin Zarkov for the score. 34-24 in the fourth. Ron Cochran nearly 300 passing yards in this one. Back to you in Arizona.
Thank you, Cam. Appreciate that. That is always a nice sight to see, that if the runner goes down, that the quarterback can step right up and take care of business. Second down and another pass there. It was 3rd down and 6. The intended receiver was Brett Killian, but he couldn't haul it in. So nothing doing here. First 3 and out of the football game.
Yeah, and that's really astounding. I think, you talked about the defenses clamping down. This is the first, correct me if I'm wrong, the first time that we've had successive punts. And in fact, it is the first time in this entire game we've had successive punts.
This one will be on its way. It'll be taken at about the Vancouver 43. Not much there for Arlovsky to do as he'll take it up to the 48-yard line. So yeah, first back-to-back punts of this game, first 3 and out of the game, thanks to Vancouver, and more really to Arizona's defense really clamping down inside Vancouver's red zone. So Ashley Jackson will start with some pretty prime field position. We'll start with 3 receivers to the left for first down. Just to be a bit of a dime pack for Vancouver. They'll pitch it over to Moses, left side, has room to run, and he'll get over to the 41-yard line. A gain of 8 there as they continue to move down and wind down the clock.
Yeah, and exactly as you say, not only is it the field position for Arizona moving down the field, but just chewing up so much of this clock here.
And we got less than 12 minutes of game time left, and less than 2 minutes here in the third quarter. Second down and 2. Run up the middle for Williams will be good for the first down, and he cannot evade Marquise Reed. but it will be enough to move those chains once again.
Yeah, and again, it's just the set up the short conversion and hand it off, run it up the middle. I mean, as we said earlier in this game, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. It's been working for Arizona all day today.
Yeah, 8-yard run for Williams there, who's already up to 50, and an 8-yard run prior for Moses. He's up to 175 on the day. And there'll be a pitch here to the right for Moses on first down. Gets met at the line of scrimmage. Gets in a little bit of coverage. And Achilles Papatonis will tackle him down for a gain of 3.
Achilles Papatonis has really been a big fixture for Vancouver on defense. Going into this game, leading the league in sacks with 5. He's going to be hoping for another one here on this drive.
We're entering about a minute to go here in the third. Only one receiver to the right. It'll be a run for Williams up the middle. And he gets about 6 to get ever closer to the red zone, but more importantly, ever closer to that first down marker. Third down and a long one. You're going to have a heavy power I formation. You see Punk there on the bottom of your screen. It'll be a run to Williams for a first down. And he gets pancaked by Drew Hamilton inside the 20. But it's enough to move the chains. And now first down for the Scorpions in the Vancouver red zone.
Yeah, and so important to get the conversion for Arizona there. And this, excuse me, because not only are they getting into the red zone, they can effectively take it to the end of the quarter here. But now it looks like they're going to try for one last play.
Yeah, play clock is beyond the game clock, so they can go for the play if they want to. Will Todd going to go in motion over to the strong side on the right. 5 on the game clock. Let's see if they go for the snap. They will. Blitz coming here for Ashley Jackson. Oh, tipped in the air. It's intercepted! Picked off by Will Stern. Vancouver's going to get the ball to start the fourth quarter. Wow.
And this is just such a fantastic teamwork by Vancouver, so deep in their own zone, but they don't give up. They tip it in the air, they pull it down, and that is just pure resolve by Vancouver.
One more quarter to go. 4-12, 86-68 in the chat. So one-score game. Read us our rights.
Of the Simulation Football League is intended for the private use of our audience. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or account of the game without the express written consent of the league office is prohibited.
As we get a quick injury update here from J.R. Lawless, as we are about to start the fourth quarter under concussion protocol, so he will be out for the rest of this game. But good to know that he will be okay for the next one.
Yeah.
As they start up next week. Fourth quarter about to get underway here in Arizona. Ethan Muzzle and Alden Bleeker here on the call for tonight. Frank Gooden and Rochelle Colston doing the stats. Giving us all that sweet, sweet, delicious information. Cannot get enough of it. 1st and 10 for Vancouver on the 18 after the interception. Blitz coming. Brown will get it away. Oh, and it's nearly picked off right back by Nathaniel Diggs. But it will fall to the turf incomplete.
Wow, and that is something that we've seen so often out of Arizona in the past. You throw towards that secondary, and it'll get batted up, and bad things will happen to that pass.
Going to bring up 2nd down and 10. Brown going to go in an I formation. He'll have 2 receivers to his left. Looks like a standard setup for Arizona's defense. Brown to hand it off, and it will be Logan Lee who gets away from what? Oh, wow! Delivering that chest blow to Eddie right back to him. It'll bring up 3rd down and 6 on the 4-yard gain.
Yeah, a little bit of a forearm shiver there.
Yeah, Eddie says, say it with your chest, and Logan Lee says, yeah, I'll give it right back to you, my friend. 3rd down and 6 now for Brown. Blitz coming. He gets it away in time, and it's incomplete. Got away from the receiver there as it was knocked away by Nathaniel Diggs once again. So the interception all for naught as it's another 3 and out for the Legion.
Yeah, well, both of these teams it felt like so hard to get the ball out of their hands earlier on in this game. But now that we're getting down towards crunch time, perhaps nerves starting to manifest.
Punt is away. This will be taken at about the 37. And Arlovsky gets up to the 45. Almost a 9-yard return on that punt. Oh, and we do have an injury on the play. Oh, and it's TJ Punk, the wide receiver. He was on special teams on that play, and he is down.
Yeah, and has really been one of the more reliable targets for Ashley Jackson today. Not that there's necessarily a bad one for her to throw to, but that is going to be very tough for Arizona. They're going to be looking to get him back into this lineup as soon as they can, hopefully.
Yeah, Punk was 3 for 36 with a long of 19 yards, so hopefully he'll be able to get back into the game. We did see him leave under his own power. Jackson to throw, left, right side, open man, it's James Hands, who gets down to the 30, down to the 29-yard line. James Hands being next man up, getting his first catch of the day.
Well, earlier we saw Donnie Hands make the most of his first catch of the game, and now it's the other Hands brother making his impact. Good catch, a fantastic job to break this tackle. Almost breaks the second one as well. A good job by, I believe that was the strong safety, Drew Hamilton, or to stay with it, rather.
Ends up going for 29 yards, longest of the day for Arizona's passing game. First and 10 now from the 26. Jackson has time to throw, gets it away, and look who's back in! It's TJ Punk who brings it down to the 4.
And again, it's Ashley Jackson throwing to TJ Punk in defiance of the coverage, just runs the route, splits the middle, and one-on-one, that is just an absolute dot, a masterpiece of spacing by Ashley Jackson there.
Gets it down inside the 5. Arizona will have a chance to put it up by 2 scores. They can punch it in. 4 yards to pay dirt. It'll be Williams up the middle, and he will push his way into the end zone for an Arizona touchdown.
I mean, it's just feels inevitable every time Arizona are running up the middle with the near the middle of the field, deep in the end zone. It feels like they're going to score on the run. And now it's 2 touchdowns for DJ Moses, 2 touchdowns for Justin Williams. The run has been so effective by Arizona today.
Run game has been unbelievable. 242 yards of rushing on the ground combined between Moses and Williams as the kick from Delaney up and through. Going to make it a 2-score game, 35-20 with 8:21 to go here in the 4th. Moses and Williams both with 2 touchdowns apiece. APM Music is unrivaled music to bring your stories to life, inspiring every production with the world's most robust and constantly refreshed music collection, state-of-the-art technology, and world-class customer service. APM Music is the official soundtrack of the Simulation Football League. To explore their library and to find the perfect tracks for your projects, visit apmmusic.com. See another return here from Mossam King. You see the average here, about 29 yards average on the kickoff return. That is not too shabby at all.
Yeah, I mean, you might as well round it up to 30 when, you know, you've had multiple returns that are up at the 32, 33, up through the 35.
Vancouver now down by 2 scores. They need 2 touchdowns, one of them with a 2-point conversion to tie this game. From the 30, blitz coming for Brown. He'll get it away, caught by Killian. There's a little bit of a bobble grab there. He was a little low to get it, but it'll go out of bounds for a gain of 1.
Yeah, just having to sacrifice the yards after catch just to hold on to it there.
Not much doing on that play, but we'll see how they do it on the next one. You see Lee in the back there for Brown. 2 receivers right, and they got 2 tight ends set up to the left. For 2nd down and 9, it'll be a pitch over to Lee. He has room to go on the left side. He'll get to about the 40. Gets another defender down to midfield. Shakes another one. Gets down to the 40 of Arizona, down inside the 37. What a big run there for Logan Lee.
Wow, it's a huge run for Vancouver, and it all starts with this block that we're going to see. Abad Ruiz III, the tight end, makes a huge block up front, and it opens up the space for Logan Lee on the sideline, breaks 1 tackle, almost breaks 2. And man, as good as the run game has been for Arizona as a unit, Logan Lee has had a fantastic job, has had a fantastic day at the office his own self.
Yeah, the rookie 15 for 93 with a touchdown. Blitz coming again for Arizona. Brown will get it away. Caught there by number 80, Zora Lunar, who takes it inside the 25, a penalty marker down. We might be seeing some extra yards on top of this. Yeah, this will be a few yards added to it. Number 95, that's Sean Moore, the linebacker, who gets dinged for the face mask. We got 1st and 10 inside the red zone of Arizona.
Yeah, it's been difficult for Vancouver to move the ball this half, but now finally starting to do something positive here.
From the offset eye, it'll be a rush up the middle, and it's Redford who gets down to the 5. Nice gain of 7 there from the Hall of Famer.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, it's all about just not giving up, fights through the contact to pick up a few extra yards there.
And you kind of see Lee is kind of taking the lead here from Redford. Well, let's see what happens here. 2nd and 3 with the heavy eye. They might go over to the strong side on the right, and they will. Lee going that way. He'll try to push for the end zone, but it's enough to move the chains as Parker Thomas will make the play. It'll be 1st and goal from the 2.
Yeah, and you'll be pretty happy with that if you're Vancouver, because it's not just a 1st and goal. It's pretty short 1st and goal as well.
Yeah, you're looking at about 5 feet. Not the size of a good-sized hero sandwich to get yourself into the end zone. Curtis going to go into the tight end position. Round to throw on the blitz. Pump fakes. Got to get it away, but he can't as Iverson Gamble brings him down. It's about a 6-yard loss on that sack.
And really, that's really been one of the strong suits of Arizona on defense. I mean, Christian Brown has been able, for the most part, to set up very well in the pocket all day long. But again, it's just the pressure, these safety blitzes by Arizona creating mismatches around the pocket.
That's sack number 4 on the day for the Arizona defense. So far, 9 on the season. 2nd and goal from just outside the 5. Handoff, cut up the middle for Lee. You cannot get there. Oh, he stopped just short of the goal line, but should be a really good 3rd and goal coming up.
Yeah, I was going to say, I mean, about the length of a football to go here.
Yeah, you got about 4 feet to go to get into the end zone. Again, going into that power eye. They'll stack the box on Arizona's side of the field. Handoff. Logan Lee on the outside. He'll dive in for the end zone, and it's a Vancouver touchdown.
Wow, and again, it's as if he saw that big flippy dive into the end zone by DJ Moses earlier in this game and was determined to one-up it. Again, follows his blocks all the way to the outside. A dive, trusting his own speed, trusting his own agility to get past the defenders. And Vancouver are not out of this one yet. They are not quite dead yet.
Yeah, not dead yet at all. After having to give up two 3-and-outs, 2 consecutive 3-and-outs, they finally get in the end zone. As chance to win, they'll get the extra point. It's an 8-play, 71-yard drive, finishing with that touchdown by Logan Lee, his 2nd of the day so far. It's now 35-27 with just a hair over 5 minutes to go here in the game. We said this was going to be an even battle. Boy, we weren't kidding you.
Yeah, and not only is that a great touchdown for Vancouver, according to our statisticians, a 1-minute, 2-second drive, so it comes quickly as well.
And that's kind of what they need as well, as Arlovsky will bring the kick return up to the 34-yard line. Another Sunday doubleheader will kick off tomorrow at 6:30 p.m. Eastern, where the Atlanta Swarm, who are winless, try to slow down Ike McBride and the Carolina Skyhawks. Later on, Southern and Western rivals will square off when Fort Worth takes on Houston, and San Diego will head to Denver. And that's all happening live tomorrow night, 6:30 p.m. Eastern, here on the SFL YouTube channel. Make sure to subscribe, hit those bells. Make sure you don't want to miss any of that exciting SFL action coming up tomorrow night. Jackson's going to start with 3 wide here on first down. It'll be a handoff to Moses, and will push and struggle his way up for a 5-yard gain. Let's see, that turn probably could have been about 2, but he ended up getting a few extra out of it.
Yeah, and again, that's really been something that both of these teams have been able to do so well on offense, is just keeping with the play even through the contact.
Now going for 2nd and 5. Again, going now in a 3 tight end set. Will Todd going in motion over to the left side. Being even set up there for the tight ends for the most part. His play clock now down to 7. They'll hand it off to Williams. He pushes up the middle, and he'll roll over the defender to get the first down. Drew Hamilton, who's got double-digit tackles on the day, just couldn't stop that momentum to get the first.
Yeah, I mean, just as important to stop that from going all the way down the field. But again, just the body control to roll across the line through the contact.
Sets up first down with less than 4 minutes to go. Arizona probably going to try to hold on to this football till we see triple zeros. Again, going into that power split back set. Handoff for Williams is going to be another 5 yards. If they keep this up on this pace, they'll hold on to this thing for the rest of the game.
Yeah, I definitely think you're right. You know, it's Arizona's really clock management that's going to be so crucial. Vancouver still have a chance to get to the stop. They have 3 timeouts. They have effectively a 4th if they're able to hold on to the 2-minute warning. So this is on Arizona, partially their clock management here.
But it's definitely on Vancouver to try to make the stop as Arizona slowly encroaching on their side of the field. 5 on the play clock. They are milking as much as they can. Here's Williams again going for the run, but gets stopped by DJ Woods. And it'll be 3rd down and about 5.
Yeah, and they're going to hold on to these timeouts as long as they possibly can, because this does not go to the 2-minute warning unless they get the conversion here.
Probably, I think it would probably go to the 2 if they can hold them. It's probably going to go to the 2-minute warning when they're setting up for the punt.
Or I should say that they then get to use that 2-minute warning as a timeout to set up the punt.
Right. Unless it actually goes for a pass, Arizona's going to hold on to this for the 2-minute warning. 3 on the play clock. Going to have to snap it. They will. Williams up the middle. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Great hold by the linebacking core as DJ Woods makes another stop. It'll be 4th down, and Arizona's going to have to punt it away.
And that is exactly what Vancouver needed to do. The clock, every single tick of that clock is going to sound like a gunshot in your ear, but you can't worry about that. You've got to worry about what you can control, and what you can control is getting a stop. They have used the 4th timeout effectively, and now with 2 minutes plus 3 timeouts, it is Vancouver's chance to pull back into this game.
2 minutes to go. Vancouver down by 8. They're about to get the ball back. Can't wait to see this exciting finish. Stay tuned. So here we go. 2 minutes to go here in Arizona. The kick is away for the punt. Fair catch will be called, and I don't blame them for that. They'll take it at the 17. Quick little update on what's going on in Charleston. They have gone to extra football as the Storm and Predators are tied up at 37 apiece. And then they're about to go into sudden death overtime. That game also happening here on the SFL YouTube. So 2 exciting games going on here on this block. Can't have it any other way. 1st and 10. Brown looking to throw. Has a man up the middle. Will be completed. And they will call their first timeout. That was Abad Ruiz the third making the catch. First one of his for the day.
Yeah, and Vancouver eventually need to start transitioning to routes towards the sideline. But while you have these timeouts, I mean, it can certainly be a very enticing option to have crossing routes towards the middle, corner routes towards the middle, and pick up some decent chunks of yardage.
See if they can make it happen here. 1st and 10 for Brown. Another quick pass. Oh, he caught it into coverage. Great catch, and another timeout called. I don't know if that might be a bit ill-advised. But they're going to have one remaining with 1:45 left on the clock.
Yeah, I think they definitely saved this last time out here, but man, a fantastic pass again, like what we've been talking about with Ashley Jackson today, just really finds a way to exploit the coverage, both running the route and the pass.
Those last two passes going for 12 and 13 yards respectively. Now at their own 43-yard line, 1st and 10. Brown with 4 wide receivers, only going to have 4 on the rush. Up the middle will be completed. Another first down. This one going for 11 yards as it will be another timeout called by Vancouver. That's going to be their final one.
Well, I definitely think that you need to start rushing to the line there rather than using timeouts. But in the grand scheme of things, I mean, I think it's fine to use your timeouts now that you're past the 50.
Yeah, it looks like McMichaels was receiving those last 2 receptions. Brown to throw again, and a little bit of coverage, and it's incomplete. McMichaels again the intended target, but it was broken up by Parker Thomas.
Yeah, and Arizona are going to make it so difficult for Vancouver to pass now, especially with no timeouts left. They're going to make it especially difficult for them to pass near the sidelines.
They will go with 5 wide receivers, dime set for Arizona. Killian going in motion to the left side. He'll be chased down by Thomas. Watch for him. They might be the intended target. Brown on the blitz. Will get it away on the quick route, and it's incomplete. And it looks like that was another one that was intended for Lunar. Got thrown into a little bit of coverage there.
And there's really no two ways about this. This is already, if you get a touchdown, you've got to go for 2. So this is definitely 4-down territory here.
Oh, this is absolutely must score in this drive. You can't do anything else, otherwise it's game over. Watch the rush here from the right. Pass will be completed, just enough for the first down for Chris Sunseri, who gets his first catch of the day.
And this is a good formation. This is a good formation for them to be stuck in.
They'll go for the throw again. Brown will throw to his right side, caught by Killian. It'll be about 9.5 for 2nd and inches. Yeah, this is a good setup here. I think Brown's going to have a lot of targets. 2nd down and very short. Brown's going to throw. Has a man open. It's Sunseri who gets down inside the 10. It'll be 1st down and goal. Look at that. 310 yards for Christian Brown on the day. Brown to throw. Might be going for the end zone here. Has time. Has it up the middle, and it's incomplete. Killian was the intended target. Eddie Gage breaks it up.
And you can just feel the energy in this stadium. Just everyone collectively let out a gasp there. What a game-changing touchdown that would have been. And Vancouver have 3 more chances here.
This is crucial here. They're about 28 feet away from pay dirt. On 4-man rush, up to the right side, caught under the end zone for the touchdown. Brett Killian makes a jumping catch. That is your Retroid Nice Hands catch of the day.
And it is just the pure confidence by Christian Brown and his receivers. There's 1-man coverage down the field. There's 2-man coverage down the field. He does not seem to care because he knows that he can put that ball up there and his receivers are going to pull it down, defying the coverage. And now they go for 2.
They got to get this to tie the ball game. Power I. They're going for the rush. Lee to the right side. He'll shake him in, and he scores! Logan Lee has tied this game with 53 seconds to go.
And how appropriate for this series that has been so even throughout history. 2-2 with very similar margins of victory both times. And both of these teams are refusing to give up. This is going to be one of the most exciting finishes that you'll see all season.
Kick will be taken deep into the end zone. That's all the way back to the end line for the touchback. Once again, that catch from Brett Killian, your Nice Hands catch of the game, brought to you by Retroid. Put a Retroid handheld in your hands and play the only video game with your player in it. SFL 4K 23. So Arizona going to start at their own 20-yard line. They have all 3 timeouts. They just need to get within field goal range, so you're thinking probably about Vancouver's 35. First and 10 for Jackson. Going to throw up the middle. Caught! Down at the 40 to the 42. Arizona will take their first timeout.
And those 3 timeouts are such a huge asset for Arizona. I mean, they're not even looking for a touchdown here, although they would certainly love to finish this in emphatic fashion. But all they're concerned about is get into field goal range with at least 1 timeout left to stop the clock.
Yeah, that would be the big factor there, as that was the catch over to Thomas LeClaire. Pitch over to the left side for DJ Moses. They're going to use the run game here as he's brought down to the 49. They're going to let the clock run here. I think they're trying to think about what they want to do. Maybe try for a Hail Mary.
I think it's perhaps possible that they're trying to go for the winning field goal, and they just want to run as much time off, force Vancouver into a little Giants situation to even have a chance.
Oh, and that run going nowhere, and that will take Arizona to their second timeout. They'll have 1 left with about 20 seconds left on the clock. They're going to have to throw it downfield here on this 3rd down.
Yeah, absolutely. And man, is this 4 down I almost wonder if this is 4 down territory, because you have a chance to win with the field goal.
No. Excuse me. No, you take this to overtime. Jackson to throw, has an open receiver down to the 38. 13
go for
seconds
one more.
left. They might try one more play. 10 seconds to go. They might try for it. No, they'll spike it with 7 left. Okay, this is an interesting situation. 2nd down, you're inside the 40. You got 7 seconds left. Time for at least 1 play.
Yeah. Yeah, and with the timeout, I almost think you go for 1 more pass, really, or a run even. Just really try to improve your field position, because this is a long try here.
Yeah, from the 38, it would be a 55-yard attempt. They might go for some extra yards here. Jackson to throw. Has time to the right side. Oh, tipped in the air and incomplete. 4 seconds to go as that pass is broken up by Will Stern.
Yeah, man, and how much of a game changer would that have been if there had been an interception from that position? And it looks like they're going to go for it 1 more time. They're going to have to be very quick on the trigger with that timeout.
Yeah, it's going to have to be a quick pass, about a 3-second play, in order to make something happen here. 3rd and 10, 4 seconds left. Jackson to throw. Play clock's going to run out, and it's over! But the game is not over if this is a defensive penalty.
Wow.
It will be. We will have 1 more play. Let's take a look at this pass interference call.
Yeah, and that's an early hit. That's an early hit.
I don't know about that. If it's on Zach Lay, it's absolutely an early play. But if it's on Hamilton, or Winfield, I have questions. So it's going to be an untimed down, a 45-yard field goal attempt for JT Delaney to knock this in, and for Arizona to go 4-1. From the center, it's up, it's on its way, it is good! It's good! Arizona wins it on an untimed down, and they'll take this game 38-35.
An absolute heartbreaker in Arizona. If you're a Vancouver fan, Arizona showing why they have such a fantastic home field advantage. All the pieces coming together for them at the very end of this game. Ashley Jackson, the dual back running game, and this is a hard-fought, well-deserved win for Arizona.
Absolutely right there. What a finish to this game. 38-35 on an untimed field goal to win it for Arizona. They'll go to 4-1, and they are going to take their bye week next week, and God knows they deserved it.
I mean, you literally could not write something better. It's like something out of a season finale episode of Friday Night Lights.
Absolutely. Who's your player of the game? Because I'm thinking it's got to be DJ Moses.
I agree with you that it's DJ Moses. Almost 200 rushing yards, 2 touchdowns, a 41-yard long run, and he was just so involved all the way up and down the field for his team.
Absolutely there. Commiserations to Vancouver. We said it was going to be an even game, and it lived up to the hype. Probably game of the week, game of the season nominee for sure. Vancouver will fall to 2-2, and they will head back to Vancouver to take on Los Angeles in Week 6. That's going to do it for us here in Arizona. High temperatures and high drama. What a way to finish this game. For my partner, Alvin Bleeker, our statisticians, Michelle Colston, and Frank Gooden, our producer, commissioner extraordinaire, Cameron Irvine, I'm Ethan Muslin. Arizona wins a squeaker 38-35. We'll see you next time.